The Me Too moment of India has gathered even more steam. More names tumbling out of the closet after a louder cry for the resignation or the removal of MJ Akbar, former journalist now serving as minister in the central government. Stories about Director Sajid Khan have also emerged today. Take a look.
ये तो आप उनसे पूछेंगे ना मुझसे थोड़ी पूछेंगे नहीं ये उनका प्रेरोगेटिव है
Your party and the government has been speaking vociferously against the Congress on Rafale, but we see a stoic silence by your party and the government.
Anybody else has any other issue on Rafale?
I think that it is for the gentleman concerned to issue a statement, not for me.
And there are serious allegations leveled against Mr. MJ Akbar. These are sexual harassment allegations. You're a woman minister in charge.
Yes, ma'am.
Will there at least be an internal probe, ma'am?
As more complaints have emerged now about Sajid Khan, the director, actors are now refusing to work with him, beginning with Akshay Kumar. Take a look. In fact, in one of the accusations that did come out, actor Sandhya Mridul accused Alok Nath of harassing her on the sets of a film. Sandhya Mridul broke her silence earlier this evening as she spoke with me here on Mirror Now about why she decided to come out now so many years later. There's a lot being said about the movement right now. People want to know, where is this movement going? What do we as women want out of it? I mean, I've been asked the question repeatedly for the last 1 week. What do you want out of this? How are you going to prove these allegations from 20 years ago, from 15 years ago, from 10 years ago? So I want to ask you this question. And you've always been very vocal about what you want. What do you expect, or what do you want out of this movement ideally?
To start with, Faye, the biggest reason that men have gotten away with this is the silence of women. We agree, right? I mean, it's a silence which has allowed people to get away. The first and foremost thing that I expect from this movement which is happening now is that we have a voice. We are speaking. We are using it. Women are finally breaking their silence and speaking. So for now, that is the biggest start that we can have. It is a huge thing to have happened. And that should answer one of the questions that you asked me, that people want to know why there has been that silence. I mean, they're talking about that silence. We are breaking it now. Okay, now is as good a time as any. We are calling out the apathy in the male-dominated system. We're calling out the effective systems, the non-effective systems. We're calling it all out, basically. And that is what I expected for a very long time. And it's happening now. Where we go from here, I think the voice will only get louder and louder till effective systems start coming into place. It's as simple as that.
Sandhya, a lot of people are asking questions about the reaction of the victim, saying, why didn't she walk away? Why did she continue to work with him? Why don't women? And a lot of guys will say, why didn't you just slap him and walk away? Or why did you continue to work on this film? So, and what people don't understand is in these cases, you cannot judge how the victim reacts, because we can't predict as women how we will react to situations like this. It's part reflex, part just freezing and shock. So what is your response to people who are asking questions of the victims as to why didn't you walk away? Why did you continue to work with this guy?
Yeah, so I'll tell you. Not to make excuses, but firstly, I was a newbie. I was a baby. I was a few months old in the industry at that point. I didn't know how it worked. The next day, when the information started spreading, everybody was sniggering and smiling, and there were, people were just like, Arey, kuch hua to nahi. You know, they make you feel like nothing happened, right? Finally, he didn't manage to do anything to you. Nothing happened. And, you know, let it go, you know. I mean, and then you start feeling that, okay, you're overreacting. And the doubts come and the questions come and you're new and you're lost. You don't know this industry or you don't know how it works. Or I mean, it's just everything. And there was this feeling of shame and I don't know why I had that feeling. Did I do something to attract it? It's how... We women also have a mindset, unfortunately. I hate generalizations, but the fact is, we always say, oh my God, did I do something? Because that is also so deeply ingrained. And that is also a flaw in us that we need to get over. We need to stop feeling bad about ourselves because somebody is making us feel bad about ourselves.
Have we normalized the emotional and physical violence against women? Because let's be honest, Sandhya, in this industry, several years ago, Salman Khan was accused of assaulting a very prominent lead actress. And we went on with our lives. People continued to watch his films, people continued to work with him, people continued to fund his films even. So have we turned around and sent the message to women that, listen, we want to continue working with these men because they're money spinners?
Yeah, I mean, and that's the way it is. And I mean, I don't know, you know, I don't even know what to say about that incident that you just mentioned. And there were such big names involved and there was physical abuse and it was obvious, it was apparent. And, but you know, that's the way it's been. And I'm so sad. We've all been complicit and said, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. That's not the way it is. That's not the way it should be. And that's not the way it will be, I hope, you know. And people kind of say, oh, you know, Sandhya Amradul or so-and-so are doing this for publicity. I may lose even the rest of the work I'm getting talking to you, but I can't keep quiet anymore. I can't. And that's why I had to speak. I had to speak not only in solidarity for Vinta. It was preying on me for so long to get out there and speak, because I felt if you're not speaking, you're being a coward. You have to get over your own fears and whatever else that you've been through, and you have to speak. Just speak. Raise your hand and take that call. You know, and that's it. You go through a lot of emotional turmoil to just get out there and do something about it. You know, when you're in it, when you're just so deep in it.
Well, it's, you know, Sandhya, it's interesting that in the 10 days that we worship the goddesses of our country, it's the 10 days in which women have found their voices in this country. That was Sandhya Amradul. Remember, Sandhya Amradul put out a story accusing Alok Nath of storming into her room, pushing through the door of her hotel room, attempting to assault her after he came into the room. He literally, according to her, allegedly chased her around the room into the corridor where one of her camera people then rescued her, and she was too terrified to sleep alone and had to get her hairdresser to stay with her for the length of that shoot. And like she said, the reaction she got from a lot of people when she told them was, at least nothing happened. Things are changing. The Me Too storm, like I said, is sweeping through Bollywood. Sajid Khan has been accused by 3 women of sexual harassment. They wrote detailed, disturbing accounts on social media of how they were harassed, allegedly by him, from being asked to lift up their skirt so he can make sure that they have good bodies, to whether or not they've got breast jobs done, being asked to strip in front of him and seduce him for a role. Post these allegations, Sajid Khan has stepped down from directing the film Houseful 4 after Akshay Kumar said he wouldn't work with anyone who is a proven offender. Actor Farhan Akhtar has tweeted in response to these allegations, saying he hopes the director Sajid Khan would find a way to atone over all of these allegations. And another name has now surfaced in Bollywood. An anonymous survivor has accused Subhash Ghai of drugging her and raping her. The director, however, has denied all of these allegations, saying that he's become a fashion to malign anyone by bringing up stories from the past without any proof.